how to register for GST in India online. So as you know, registration for GST is mandatory if you have exceeded the tax limit or the limit which you have to be registered for GST. So GST registration process is purely online based, and it uh, is to be done on the government website, that is gst.gov.in. So every dealer whose annual turnover exceeds rupees 40 lakhs or 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs. So it depends on the states and kind of services you are providing, whether you are providing supply of service or supply of goods. So for that you have to be registered for GST, and we'll study how you have to file for the GST process. Now for this I will be showing you also the main site purpose, that how you log into site and how you check on that. So step 1 is go to GST portal. So here is our GST portal, that is gst.gov.in. Here on services column you find registration option. On clicking registration option, you have to click on new registration. Okay, this screen will appear. This is part A of registration. So on that you have to fill whatever you are you a taxpayer or tax collector or GST practitioner. For different thing you have different options, like a non-resident taxable person, United Nation body. Suppose we select the state of Delhi. Okay, then you have to select district, whether central Delhi, North Delhi. So we select New Delhi. You have to enter the legal name of business. If you are sole proprietor, so you have to enter the name which you have a PAN card of. If you are a company, then same PAN card name, and exactly same as it is mentioned in PAN card. If dot is there or not, you have to mention same. Then PAN number, email address and mobile number. Now for email address and mobile number, you need to be sure that the email address and mobile number you entered is correct, because after this process you will be getting OTPs on both these numbers which need to be verified subsequently. Then you have to add the captcha and then click on proceed button. So this is part A of GST registration form. Okay, so we have reached here. PAN account number, email. Enter the two OTPs received on mobile and email. Click on continue, and if not OTP received, you have the option of resending the OTP. Okay, then after this step you will receive the 15-digit TRN number, which will be sent on your email as well as on your mobile phone. Note down the TRN number, take a photocopy or anything, but you'll be having the TRN which will be valid for the next 15 days. You need to complete the filing part B details within the next 15 days. So here is the sample of TRN number you will receive like this, which needs to be submit within the next 15 days. So once again go to the GST portal. Okay, so we'll go again to the GST portal for the reference. Now this was the form for the part A of registration. Now if you have the temporary registration number or TRN number with you, click on this part, enter your TRN number, enter the captcha, and after click on proceed you will again have an OTP. So remember that OTP when you will when you will ever log into TRN number, you again have to put OTP every time you log in onto the GST portal with the TRN number. Okay, click on proceed. You will receive an OTP on registered mobile number and email. Enter the OTP and click on proceed. Okay, then you will see the status of the application, which is shown as draft. So for completing the registration purpose, click on this edit option, and then you will have then you will have the part B of the registration. So it will show when is the due date of completion. If you are doing the date today, last modified date will be present, and how much form has been completed, it will show that. Okay, now here is the list of documents you need to keep in handy while applying for GST registration. So if now passport size photograph is compulsory for either you are a director of a company, or you are a proprietor, or you are doing any form of business, you need to have a passport size photograph. Constitution of the taxpayer, like proprietor, company, HUF, or a partnership. So you need to have the constitution. Proof of place of business. Now for proof of place of business, we need two documents. One is latest utility bill, which need to be valid for approximately 2 months, and second should be the ownership document proof. If you have a property on rent, then rent agreement or lease deed should be there. If you have own property, you must have a sale deed, or you must have a property tax papers, or to keep in handy with you, which need to be uploaded on the website. Where bank account details, now what bank you have, or what you so you need to have a copy of bank, maybe a cancel check or a statement or a passbook copy, which need to be uploaded on this. Bank account details are not mandatory, which you need to file within next 60 days of registration. 60 to 65 new amendment is there, which I will uh, confirm with you. Then verification Aadhaar authentication is compulsory now. It is mandatory as on date 1st January 2022. So Aadhaar authentication is compulsory, without which you won't be having uh, the GST registration processed. So if you are a director of a company, you need to have Aadhaar authentication of your name. If you are sole proprietor, then obviously GST Aadhaar authentication of you is compulsory. Now under business detail section, now first option was here. If you see, here are some options. Like first is business detail, then you have promoter partners detail. So business detail, may you will be putting uh, under the trade name. Like trade name is something, if you're a sole proprietor, you may choose to have a different trade name. So if you are having some XYZ name and you want to trade in ABC Limited, or ABC, sorry, not limited, ABC name, ABC computers or something, then you to need to put a trade name for under which your business will be working. Business constitution, district. Okay, and whether you want to opt for composition scheme, yes, no, category, whether you are manufacturer, supplier, or any other under composition, and then you have to put the declaration. Now, next up, enter the date of commencement and which the date of liability arise. So, if you are having a voluntary registration, then you need to put the date as on the date you are applying for the registration, and if you are under the law or under the tax obligation, the date which you are deemed to be under the tax obligation, you need to put that date. Then period for which registration is required. So these are the new. Okay, then you then you need to show that why are you opting for this, whether you are voluntary or you have been stated to be ordered or ordered to be put under the GST. You need to select all these things. Now this is the first reason for obtaining registration, date of commencement of business, date on which liability arise. Now if you are a company, then you must be having any other registration documents, like you may be having a certificate of incorporation, export import number. So you need to upload that documents also. Type of registration, registration number. If you have if you click on type of registration, you will have options list at whatever documents you need to put. Registration number, if you choose certificate of incorporation, will be the CIN number, and date of registration will be the date on which the company has been incorporated. Okay, then click on save and continue. Then you have a next option of promoter and partners tab. You can add up to 10 partners or promoters. Now on this you have a personal information of the director or the sole proprietor or anybody you wish. You have their name, gender, mobile number, email address, residential address. You need to upload their passport size photograph. and you need to select if they are the authorized signatory or you want to appoint any other authorized signatory. Now next detail is again authorized signatory. So you have an option if you are promoter, if you are a sole proprietor, then obviously primary authorized signatory and authorized signatory will be the same. So you will tick this and all details will be auto filled, or if you don't have selected yet the same person to be authorized signatory, then you have to appoint a new authorized signatory for which the same details you have to pull again. And for proof of details of authorized signatory, if it's a director, you need to have a BR appointing him to be the authorized signatory, or if it's a partner, then you need to be authorized by the other partners. Okay. Then enter principal place of business details. Here the electricity and legal ownership documents will be uploaded, and address, residential address will be uploaded with the ward number, sector, circle, unit, commissionerate code. You will find all that information on the GST jurisdiction site if you have no idea about where your ward or where is your jurisdiction lie. So it will be like this: address of the official address, commissionerate, division, range. Then you have nature of possession. If in this you will be having the option of rented, lease, owned. So you need to select, and documents uploaded, maximum 2 documents you can upload. The nature of business activity carried out about premises, whether you have a factory or you have a manufacturing unit or you just have a godown or office, you need to add all these things and check all this. Now if you have additional place of business other than the official place of business, then you need to enter the same details of that place also. Then the product you are selling or the service you are giving, you need to input the HSN code or SSC code for the same. uh, you can add up to maximum of 5 goods and 5 services on top of your list, which you will be primarily dealing upon. The following screen appears for composition taxpayer. Then next enter the bank details. So it is not a compulsory as it of now, you can skip this detail, but after registration you need to compulsorily upload the bank details once your registration number has been granted, and you have your GST number, so you have to amend the bank details and keep the profile 100% complete. Now under state specific information, if you have professional tax employee code or any other estate excise, if you are doing other businesses also, then you have to put that. The next step is Aadhaar authentication. If you have more than 2 directors, so you can select any one director for which Aadhaar authentication is required. You need to select, and for sole proprietor, you need to have mandatorily Aadhaar authentication of the same person. Okay, and note that if authorized signatory choose to go from Aadhaar authentication, then physical verification of premise or will not be required. So if you choose for Aadhaar authentication, then physical verification will not be required to be done. Otherwise, they may give a surprise anytime and do a surprise check on whether you are generally dealing in your uh, official place of business and the type of service or goods you have mentioned. Otherwise they will cancel your GST. So after all this filing completion, then you have a verification tab where you have to check list is, and name of authorized signatory will be in the drop down list, a place, whatever the place you are dealing with, and designation, and submit with either EVC code or submit with DSC. So EVC code is the OTP generated on both mobile and email ID, and DSC is with a digital signature. So after the your form is completed and you submit and verified it, then the next option you receive is the next number you will get is our application reference number. At the time of part A, when you were starting your business, you would be getting temporary reference number, but after your application has been completed, you get application reference number, which will be sent on both of your mobile and email ID within the next 15 minutes. So you can check the ARN status after your registration have been completed in a day or two to check what is your position of your application, whether it has been accepted or whether it has been rejected or it has been objected. So you can check it from here. I will show you right now. Services, same track application status. Okay, this screen will appear. You have to select refund for you are checking for refund or registration. Put ARN number, whatever you will get, and click on search. So it will show you the exact status of your application as of now, and if it has been approved, it will be shown approved, or otherwise it will be pending with the officials. So this is a simple GST registration process, and for your information, it is to be told that GST registration fees by the government is zero. They do not charge any fees for the GST registration procedure. So if you want to do GST registration, you can surely contact me by commenting down below, or if and fees will be minimum, or we can negotiate it as per the requirement. And for the limits and for other purposes, I will surely make another video. And this is a simple process. You don't need much documents. It's a basic documents which will required for your KYC also. So if you fall under the limit and you want to get registered, surely you need to be registered before you come under the eye of the law. So thank you and have a nice day.